Okay, so hello and good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, if it's Canada or Spain or South Africa or Israel or whatever. Good to see you here. It's our first Points Talk for 2023. This time we have Claudia Doron on stage. In a minute, I will give Claudia the opportunity to present herself and also the topic that she created for us today. Here from us in Israel, I'll just say that the session is recorded, and me and Naama here to support you. So in case you have any question, you can write it on the chat or just to unmute yourself and feel free in this safe space to share whatever you want. We have 1 hour together. Today we will use the coaching game, but in case you don't have the actual tool, so we will give you a simple solution. We will have a presentation for you, and you will be able to work digitally. That's it, I think, from my side. The recording will be afterwards on our YouTube channel and also on our tribe space. So you are invited to watch it again or to share it with their friends and colleagues if you feel that they will gain from it. I'm sure they will. And enjoy the time that we have together. Claudia, the stage is yours.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this workshop. Thank you, Mayan, for facilitating this. I'm sitting right now in Israel. I live between Israel and, oh, sorry. Okay. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, so. I'm sitting between Israel and Switzerland. I am Swiss. And for now, I'm trying to have my life actually in 4 continents because my daughter with my 2 grandchildren sits in Texas, the States. And my project is in Congo. So my life at the moment is a bit on 4 continents. And as a multi-potentialite, I do different things. I'm doing relocation, which is relocating people to Switzerland. Since I'm now in Israel, I'm working with 2 assistants. I'm having also a project in Congo since 2010, where I opened a school for vulnerable children. We have now over 500 children there. And I'm also a coach since 2010. Actually, when I started to do my first coaching certification, that was the European one. I didn't start coaching there. It came up that I actually wanted to open a school somewhere in the world. So it came in a very funny way altogether. In my, and that's like the last 16 years where I'm independent and I work for my, I work for myself, and it actually works out pretty well. I practice mindfulness, Ho'oponopono. I don't know if that says anything to you. I have Reiki too. I do chakra yoga and body-mind self-healing. That's definitely started, most of it, during Corona. I have a problem by being stuck, and when I get stuck, then I had to find ways in order to deal with myself because I like to do a lot of things. I like to move, etc. And that was a really challenging apprenticeship for myself. So I got in all these practices of calming myself down, of regulating myself, of finding myself. It was a very good apprenticeship, I must say. Why serendipity? I have a friend, and I didn't see her for like over 20 years. And we were speaking about what we are doing. And she said, "Oh, I heard that you have a project in Congo. How did you get there?" And I told her, I did a coaching certification, and then I realized I actually wanted to do a dream I had since over 20 years, that's opening a school. So what I did, I created a nonprofit organization called River of Hope, and without the project and without money, with the belief that the project will find me. And she's like, what do you mean the project? You have to have money, etc. in order to start. You have to have a project. I said, no, I don't believe. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to find a community which wanted to change, and I can help them facilitate. And it happened exactly like that. On a flea market, a Congolese lady asked me if she needs someone like me who is active, who can organize things for her brother who is a football coach in Congo. And like this, it's a long story. But like this, everything fell in place. And she said, wow, that's serendipity. And I was like, that's what? For me, I am, as you can hear, English is not my mother tongue. And for that case, I heard that for the first time. I said, what is serendipity? Well, you are able to activate your luck. And you do this, in the last hour we spoke, it's all the time like this. And I started to realize I like serendipity. It's around me all the time. And I really started to be interested about it. And that's why I said I have to share this. I want to offer a workshop about this. Now, luck. What is luck? Luck, pure luck is, or luck, if someone is born into a family who are millionaires, that would say that's luck, okay? But we also have blind luck. Blind luck is more like, it's not personal. It's, you try your luck, like you do lotto and you win. So it's not personal. They didn't choose you by person because you're a good person, but it's by luck. So that's, it's called blind. But then there's also active luck or smart luck. And then that's actually when it gets really interesting, because that's where you're active trying to find luck, or where luck happens through an event. For example, there's many companies like 3M, where, for example, in 1970, a researcher tried to find a glue, a really good glue, but it failed. His project failed. But out of this, Post-it came because he realized, well, it doesn't hold fixed, but I can remove it and I can put it back on, and I can remove it and I can put it back on, and it holds and it doesn't, it's not sticky. It's actually perfect. And out of this, and another product was created. The same, another example could be, you get your coffee somewhere, you bump into someone, and now you can say, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, and leave. Or you can start a conversation, say, can I buy your coffee? Can I pay for dry cleaning or whatever? And maybe you meet your lover, your best friend, your future boss, God knows what. So it's kind of taking those little moments one step further. And that's actually a muscle you can train. Or what I do, for example, when I fly alone to Africa, most of the time, I always take the same seat. And I fly economy, that's besides the point, but I try to always speak to the person next to me and trying to find out, start a conversation, whatever. In 2 cases, they helped me with my project in Congo because they have some connections or whatever. So this is, I am active, participating in my own luck, but I need to do something for it. It doesn't just fall to me. So that's the explanation of luck. The objective today, I would like, with the cards in this session, show you how we can set hooks, plant bombs, learning how to break the routine, and yeah, let's flex the serendipity muscle. But now I would like that you just have cards in front of you, facing down, pen and a journal to take notes, or all of a sudden there is an idea coming up, so it has to be written down. And then I would like to do a pause first. As a picture, I chose this one because when I started to decide that I'm going to work on serendipity, I was sitting outside, and then that ladybug sat on my finger. And
Claudia,
yes,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but we don't see a presentation or a photo. So if you're presenting something, you just need to make sure that you're sharing your screen.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Do you see it now?
No, just you need to click on share screen button on the lower bar, the green one at the center of your Zoom. And then another window opens and you need to choose which screen you want to share with us. Exactly, we're good. If you could just click on the icon below so we will have a wider vision of it and it will be perfect for us. Great. Thank you. This is perfect.
Okay, so actually, voila, that's
Voila.
the road to. I'm sorry for that. Exactly. So you have your pen ready, your cards face down. As I said, I use this serendipity picture. I love it because from the moment I thought of engaging in this to create the workshop, that ladybug landed on my finger, and it was for me kind of a sign. That's it. I need to focus on this. But now I chose a song, Spontaneous Me. It's actually a beautiful song, so you can look at the video. It might help you to change your frequency and flow. And if you think, nah, I need to calm down, then just, sit down, close your eyes, focus on your breathing and just listen and watch the video maybe at a later stage as you wish. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, so we will have 2.5 minutes. Enjoy it.
Make it bigger. Voila. I love this song because it shows me that you do not just have to play your instrument in the usual environment. You can take your work anywhere. And that's what I'm trying to do. Whenever I have a few things where I do not need a laptop, then I just bundle it up. And in Switzerland, I have my home office in a garden, in a forest, half an hour walk. And I have there a bench and a wooden table, and I just work there. I also take there people for coaching on a walk and just sit. I tell everybody knows it's my outdoor office by now up there. And the same in Israel. I just like, first of all, I need to move. And second of all, it's a great opportunity by just doing it different. Just whatever you do in your life, rethink. Do I really need to do it like that? Or is there another way to do it? And that's just when it's about work, what it's all about. But to start with, now I need to go to the next slide. Do you have the control?
No, now it's your presentation. So you can, you're sharing screen and you can switch between slides. If it's not working, so okay, great.
Okay. Yeah, we cannot always pick the situation we are in, but we can always pick our response to it. That's where growth, freedom, and serendipity come from. I thought that's a very nice poem to this. And now, if you just think about your day today, or if you're early in the morning, then about yesterday, how spontaneous are you in daily life versus planning through every minute? Or can you give yourself a number just from 1 to 10? So 1 is very spontaneous, and 10, I need to organize absolutely everything, or most of it. So just keep this one in mind, and maybe if you go through time, have a look at it again if that starts to change. Or well, I would say there are certain skills which makes it easier to turn unexpected moments into opportunities. I'm personally a very optimistic person. I see in everything the good until someone proves me the opposite, and then I'll decide what to do with it. I'm very curious, for example, so it helps me to try out anything. I can also take risks because as long as I don't end up in prison, I have to pay a fine. What can happen to me if it fails? Worst case scenario, I have a scratch on my ego, but it's okay to take a risk. And I think it has a lot to do with your cultural background. Swiss people are not, and I'm Swiss in here, so Swiss people endure everything. So for them, it's like I really had to push myself a bit forward, that you cannot have an endurance for everything. It's okay to take a risk. And there, Israel, as where I live now, is a very good mirror, because these people are sometimes crazy. So you can learn a lot from people on the way they act as well. So get out of your comfort zone. You got to be flexible as well, like to say, okay, it's fine if I stay in bed until 10 because I can get out because I don't have a meeting. I can work until 10 this evening. Who cares? It's like that picture, you know, I mean, seen by, that's what people do. And I see this so many times. No, you have to get up in the morning. I mean, what would people say if I stay in bed, or etc. I have put that one aside a very long time ago. And I also do not have weekends as such, because my work is my passion. And therefore, it comes as it goes. And I have also the environment which works well with this. And persistence, it doesn't always work. Often it doesn't work. I mean, I fly often, and most of the time I do not meet anyone who wants to talk with me. Well, tough luck, you know. But many times or sometimes there are these people, and the kind of talks you have or the connections you can make or the story out of it, it's amazing. I have a long-term friend made in Congo who lives also in Canada, and she helps me so much with so many things, and I would have never thought that will ever happen on an airplane. So it's a cool thing. So just to try and to see what happens. Just as a test to see if you have these dots in front of you, if you could make a drawing, just think it in your head. What would you draw? What would you connect? How would you go about it? You all figured out something? All right. Well, depends on the type of person you are, how creative or structured it is. It can be either way. And that's exactly what I mean by connecting the dots. It's also working together as a team or exchanging is very important, because we have people who are just, their brain is working completely different, and we can gain great ideas from people who don't think like us. If we only have people around us who think like we are, then we are not getting far. But the more diverse a team is, or you get a team around you, or you have friends, a crazy friend, a structured friend, a successful friend, a friend who is a bit crazy, whatever, you can make something, you can maybe for yourself, make something great out of it. So what are you drawing mostly, right or left? How is your picture look like? Something like the right or left, or something completely different? Anyone?
Left.
More left, as a cat. Okay, cool. Good. On the side, I have written, it's about jam sessions and project funerals. That's, for example, I don't know if you're familiar with these, just short. A project funeral is if you have projects which did not work, write them down maybe, and sit together with friends and discuss it. Who knows, maybe something else can come out of it, and it can be a win after all for yourself. You never know, because you look at it like this, you're so in it that you do not see on the side, and somebody made other experiences and can say, hey, why don't you just twist it a little bit? This will work. And then maybe it's becoming a success. On the other hand, I did jam sessions. That's with 4 to 5 people who are self-employed, who are normally in their own bubble. And they're also turning in a wheel sometimes. And what they come, each one brings one issue they want to solve. But everybody comes from a different background. Somebody is in jewelry, the other one in IT. It doesn't matter. But if it's, for example, something for customer support, about the logo, about a title, a name, etc., it's cool to have people from all different kind of backgrounds, and each one gets 15 minutes to focus only on his issue. And then there's a full brainstorming, and it's actually a wonderful idea to also come up with unexpected solutions. So just something you might want to try out. But now we are going to our first card. What can you let go? What can you let go in order to be able to react more spontaneously and break the daily routine? So I don't know if all of you have the cards who are here. Pick one. Everybody has the cards. Perfect. So just pick one card and think about it. And if somebody doesn't have the cards, I don't know if there's anybody in the group now, pick the right or the left card for this question. I will show you the right or the left. And here would be your card. You can take a picture of this card so you're able to zoom in and out. You might ask yourself, what on earth do I do with this card? If the name bothers you, then just cover it up and look at the picture. If the picture bothers you, then cover up the title, etc. So just play with it. When you zoom out, think what could be around it. What could be, what you could let go in daily life to be more spontaneous. Think of tomorrow morning when the alarm clock goes on, for example, or at work, or with your family, maybe. Okay. We are taking a second question, and then if anyone wants to share, let's do that. The second question is, what would you like to invite in your life in order to reorganize your daily routine and become more spontaneous? For those who do not have the cards, I give you two options. Pick the right or the left. If you decide, well, here is the result. Again, take a picture of your picture. Play with it, zoom in, zoom out. Think about the word. What does it have to do with it? Or the picture? Or both? Where are you in this picture? What would you do as a next step? Is there anyone who would like to share about this one or the last one? Anyone? Maria?
Hola.
Hola.
Estoy admirada. I'm sorry. Let's try in English.
Yeah, my Spanish. Sorry. My Spanish is really not existent. Sorry.
Okay. No, I was just surprised. The first card was this one.
Okay.
And it's all about me because somehow I'm focusing now in just one purpose, which is okay because it's something I need and I've been working for. But the thing is that the second card, look at this. Remember that one? Passion.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, no more to say, anything to say. Invite the passion. I've been feeling very excited though with what I'm doing. But the thing is to me is telling me not to focus just on one purpose, you know. I think it's an invitation to open up my mind and my and also keep on this passion, not just with what I'm doing or what I'm focusing in, so in any other things that
Hello, Maria, still there? She froze. Well, what Maria said, thank you very much for sharing. She's still frozen. Okay. I think it's also a good thing. I mean, what is in our timetable often
around me and I can.
Sorry, here you are. Thank you for sharing. Maria. Do you want to add something?
Yeah. connection problem. I didn't realize I was talking by myself. When that I go down, I don't know.
Okay, we heard you. Is there anything else
Yeah.
you'd like to add?
No, I don't know if you heard everything. I don't know where.
The last thing was that you would like to invite passion, that passion has a space in your life, right? And frozen. Yeah.
Yeah, the passion right now on what I'm losing some other things that are around me because I'm focusing just on one so hardly. So I think it's an invitation to open up my mind now and bring to me the other things that are around me, and I'm missing them, and they are also very invited, very excited, very they deserve to that I put an eyes on it.
Yeah, exactly. I just said before, think it's something we often do when you look in a calendar, often is all the work is in it. We forget to put the space for free time, for leisure, for passion. And I believe it has there a space like anything else as well. Just need to find the right spot for that. But good luck on your journey and with all your work and passion. Thanks for sharing. Does anyone else would like to share?
Well, if you want, I can share as well.
Yes, please.
Okay, my card, the things I need to let go. I'm going to get rid of the background because otherwise I cannot show you the card. How do I remove this? I don't know. Well, doesn't matter. My first card is this one. So what I need to, yeah.
You don't see it well, but we know the, so if
yes,
the point of view people know the card again.
yes. So very clearly, I need to let go my rigidity, my limiting beliefs, also to take off my masks. And now, looking at these two guys, I see that they've got the jacket and tie up, and then they're with their underwear underneath, and with these fancy boots. And I can do this myself as well. So I can. So if I can, I can just allow myself to do this. And what I would like to invite more, the card is risk. Is
I need to put it up to the camera.
Yes, it's in front of the camera, but yep.
Okay.
It doesn't with the background.
It's the risk card.
It's the risk. Adrian, yes. If you want to remove your virtual background, let's do it together because I think it's important that we feel connected. Yeah. So you just need to go to the lower bar on your Zoom. There is an icon of the camera. And there's an arrow there, small arrow.
Yeah,
and choose virtual background in your list.
Yep.
And then it gives you the options and you can choose the none option.
And yeah, that's what I'm not seeing. I'm there, I arrived there, but I don't see the none.
You can also go back in the presentation. I have the card as well.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay,
you did it. Great.
Okay, so yes.
Great. Now we're with you.
Okay, good. So this risk. So what I need to invite really is to allow myself to break some limits, but little by little, because otherwise, you know, just a tiny bit. If I do it a little bit every day, not big steps and doing big things and going straight and dressing like this, but maybe one day just I only put fancy socks. Then the second day the shoes, then little by little, then also just going a bit out of my comfort zone, little by little, and then that way I will be able to invite more spontaneity in my life.
Perfect. You can, as you said, you need to have a good feeling. Oh, I can do this, so tomorrow I'll try that.
Yes.
And also see how the people will react. If all of a sudden you who are correct in dress suddenly comes with 2 colored socks, you know, so like,
Yes.
oh, wow, what's happening, you know? It's and it can also become a funny discussion after that. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing as well. Oh, now I'm again. Sharing screen.
There's another one, Denise, who wrote on the chat. Also, she shared about her cards, awareness, and initiative. So if you would like to share more about that also on the chat, it will be very nice to read. So feel free to use the chat also as a tool for communication.
Okay. Good. Let's continue because we have exactly. So let's take the 3rd card. Which trait or theme associated with you? What could you share with others? That's the hooks. The hooks is when you go to a meeting and you say, I'm an IT engineer, or I am a coach, and that's it. Then the possibility that you connect with the one who you don't know is very little. But try to make a story about yourself. You're not just a coach, and you're not just, okay? You can add something to your story so that there is at least 3 to 5 possibilities that the one opposite you can say, I also do this. I also like fishing, or I also like to listen to classical music, or that you have a common topic in order to continue the conversation. If one says, I'm a coach, and the other one, oh, another coach, you know, then that's it, you're stuck. But so what could you, what is it about you could actually add to this, to your way to introduce yourself? Or when you have your next meeting, somebody asks you, so, and what are you doing in life? So take a card, and for the ones who don't have a card, I am offering left or right. And if you have to made up your mind, I show you your cards. Okay. Good. And we are taking again the 4th and the last card, and then whoever would like to share what were the findings. This is becoming active now. So the 4th card shows us which bomb could you plant in order to engage in a conversation or create a new opportunity or insight. So this is not a criminal attempt with bombs and hooks, but that's how you say. So with bombs, we mean where can I plant something that someone gets back to me? So if I am stuck with a project or with, should I do it like this or like that? I can be stuck, or I can get out there. I can start to contact people I believe in. You always have to look a little bit with whom you're sharing, because I really started to divide. So with people who are pulling me down and who are negative and who see everywhere a problem, I can't deal with this on a business level. But I look for people who are better than me, or I think are better than me. They succeed, they are active, I can look up to them. I love to ask them because they are guiding me to the next level. I don't need to be with people who also swim in the mess. But sometimes it's also interesting, and that's where the jam sessions come in, because we're all on the same level and we all in the same world to exchange. So here is, if you think about your work or family, also around your environment, what could you do? What kind of bomb could you set? So for the ones who have no cards, I have here again the right or left. And the cards. So again, take a picture of them, of your card. Zoom in. If you do not like the word, if you cannot connect the word with the picture, leave one away. Play with the one you like.
Алекс, ти преш ли некој друг? Па шо прават горе?
Okay. And see how it resonates. Observe. You can also see if if there's any connection between the cards. If you have really an issue with one, if the card you chose, maybe you prefer the other one. What speaks to you? All right. Anyone has a great insight with the last two questions on with hooks and bombs? Anybody would like to share what is going to try out next time? Something comes up, or would like to invite in the live altogether? Anyone?
I'll share.
Okay.
So the third one, which trader theme was associated, I chose gentleness because I, as you, will create friends in a grocery lineup, on a plane and stuff, and there's always a connection that takes me to the bigger picture. So I'm a really big picture person. I get excited about it. And I think what, for me, this message is to show some gentleness to myself and around others, because I almost get too high energy for a lot of people. But my last card, and I chose it off your screen for fun, not knowing, but I chose out of my deck, and it's freedom. And one of my highest values in my whole entire life that I live by is freedom. So those were really cool cards to kind of teach me. And at the beginning, it was like goal and should be. Because I see the big picture, I just want to get there, and I can already see it. But when you have a team around you, you've got to do the steps. So I think that's where the word goal came in, to lead me to the freedom that I want to live in my life. This was great. Thank you so much, Claudia.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyone else would like to share? Anyone? About bombs and hooks, did you understand all of it, also as examples, or what you would like to invite? Or did the card, was it difficult for you to work with the card and answer this kind of question, or? Okay.
Yeah, for me, it was a bit, and I would have needed more time to process the question and to go into the card. Okay.
Okay.
But despite this, the hooks which I connected was is this card, which I've got them in Spanish. I don't know what's the word in English. It's like
Completeness.
completeness. Okay. So and from there, what I can, the trait I can share with people and that can use to engage is that I like to be a free spirit. I like to be outside, outdoors, do lots of outdoor activities. And also I can help, I like to connect with myself, and I can help other people connect with themselves. And, you know, just here we're all equal, but then if you connect with yourself, you can detach from everything else around, you know, it's just so you can stand out and be yourself. And the bomb is this forgiveness. And what I connected with this is with care, with tenderness, with empathy. So this, I think this can be a big bomb, because when you really, when myself, talking about myself, when I really engage with empathy, real empathy with the other person immediately opens up.
Okay, yeah. What you said at the beginning, you're completely right. Serendipity is a huge subject. This is just to trigger something in all of you to look into it. And you have the PowerPoint presentation, I guess, afterwards, or the recording. And this is a process. You're not getting up tomorrow and say, no, I got it now all, and that's what I'm going to do. Maybe some of you will, like people like me, but others, that's completely fine. It is really, this needs time. And it's like to look at an entire day from the moment you get up and you ask yourself, do I go this way to work? How about if I take another road? Or how about if I do not take my GPS or Waze, or which shows me which is the shortest way? What about if I take another way? Or what about if I take my coffee in there instead of there? Just whatever you do, whatever is done every day the same way, to ask yourself, how can I make it different? You know, it's about with cooking, you know, another thing, or choosing another restaurant, or talk another topic, or whatever. I also like the points of view cards, because what I do, or what I did a lot with my teenage daughter, who definitely didn't want to talk to her mom, but when she wanted to share something, she always said, can we talk with points of view? So what we did, we did not have to speak about a specific problem, but then we had the pile upside down, and then we spoke as the cards opened. And whenever one had enough to talk, we just went to the next page. It was unexpected moments. And what came out of there was absolutely amazing. And it was without stress, without, you know, but we talked. And that was the most important thing. So point of view has so many ways of showing a path. But as you said, it's not done by thinking about a card 2 minutes and then come up, oh, that's what I'm going to do. But it's a beginning. It's just to kick this off. Exactly. So why is this always like as a next is write down your main insight you have reached about serendipity, about the cards. You it's also nice if you line them up and you take a picture before you put them back in the box, so to remind you maybe another day. What has maybe struck you the most? Like, is there something which like, oh, wow, yeah, I never thought about that. That's what I could do. Does anyone want to share the main insight? So maybe one thing which strike the most, or have you heard about serendipity before? I guess people who are English speakers might might have. Even though I know English speakers and they never heard serendipity before either. So yeah, the question is really, how can you use your discovery in your life? What can you take from this workshop, or on which point would you like to elaborate? As we said, you need more time to rethink, and it's a process to go to walk through your day, or tomorrow, or this evening, or whatever time of the day is right now, to see what you want to put in focus, or what you're gonna just do different, or take a language course you never, a language you don't speak, or a hobby you have never, something you have never done before. What's the fun thing is there's many courses where you can just take a trial session. And it's actually really fun to just go for one session into a sport you have never done before, or pottery or painting. Maybe you have never painted like me, you know, and I thought I cannot paint, but actually it came out really well. And it just does you good to just, it opens up everything if you just try out something you have never done before. So my questions to you, how could you change your daily habits starting tomorrow morning? Is there something you could think of tomorrow morning? Instead of this, I do that. That would be my question. What bomb could I plant next time at home or at work? So next time I need an answer, a question, I'm stuck. What will I do? Will I go on LinkedIn looking for people? Will I look maybe for a Facebook group which focuses on this topic and ask? Will I send an email to all my friends? Will I come up with this topic at work and say at the next coffee meeting, we would like to discuss this? There is many ways on how to do things. And the last one, what hooks will you set next time someone is asking you, what are you doing in life? How would you like to introduce yourself? To set hooks with 3 to 5, like I'm a coach, I am, ta-da. How could you introduce yourself so that maybe someone can say, oh, that's, if you say, if I say I'm a coach and multi-potentialite, there it starts already, because a lot of people don't know this, what it is. And it's actually a person who has a lot of, has a lot of passions, who likes to do a lot of different things. And I was always thinking there was something wrong with this, because people told me, always, you're all over the place. But actually, there is a huge community doing this. And that's something you can speak about. And there's a lot of people who smile at you because they're in the same situation like you. And they suddenly feel great about this. Does anybody want to share what they will start to do tomorrow morning? What will they change tomorrow morning? Okay. Does anyone has any questions about the workshop? I would like to know anything. Okay. Well, in that case, I would like to thank you very much for your attention, and thank you for staying with me for the whole hour. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can contact me. You have my contact details on the presentation. And I wish you all a beautiful evening, morning, day, good night, wherever you are. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you. It was
you.
very interesting.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And practical too.
Practical.
It is.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you,
you.
Claudia, for this wonderful 1 hour. I know that some of you joined just like in the middle, so we will have the recording, as I mentioned, on YouTube and also on our Tribe Space. I invite you to watch it again, to take it slowly in your pace, to read the question carefully and to experience it a bit more with the coaching game, maybe with another tools that you like, and see what comes up. Claudia, I think you brought us a nice process that we can do for ourselves in different themes of our life. If it's relationship, habits, work, or whatever, and also a great tool for work with clients if we want to shift them and their mindset. So thank you for opening our perspective for this new world and the new ways of asking questions and doing stuff, and to take us out of our comfort zone in a very nice and gentle way, I must say. I invite all of you to stay in touch with Claudia in the tribe. She has her profile. We will tag her. So you're invited. Claudia, if you want, you can put also on the chat your information, contact information, if it's channels or LinkedIn or email or WhatsApp, whatever you prefer, so you can continue to stay in touch with Claudia. And that's it. We will, thank you, Claudia. We will have more sessions during 2023. We have it on our event section on our tribe. So I invite you to stay connected to us. And that's it. I enjoyed so much. Thank you for this experience also. And thank you everyone from all over the world for attending here. Have a great rest of the day.
Opportunity to present this. Thank you. Thank you for your
So
support.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.